5'10", 170-pound senior, and Robbie Lewis is 6 foot, 205-pound junior.
Dan, the only reason Aaron Boatwright wasn't a star last year is because he was overshadowed by Dana Overton. Boatwright is a fine tailback. You'll find that out early. He worked hard.
The officials for tonight's ball game from the Southern Indiana Officials Association: Russ Caton, Bob Davis, and Bill Rice. Bob Davis is the referee of this crew. Well, we're just about set to get this ball game underway. The team is on the field, and out trots the Jeffersonville receiving team.
Oh, they got him lined up on the wrong end, Dan. They're going to flip-flop him around right off the bat. Somebody went out to the wrong spot. 21, Craig Stewart, to be doing the kicking for Harrison tonight.
All right, and back deep for Jeffersonville is going to be Keith Phillips, and he's joined back there by O'Neill Phillips.
Phillips brothers.
All right, so Chris Stewart with the ball on the tee, and we are just about set to get this football game underway. We hope you enjoy our coverage here on WWOK Evansville. Dan Aguski and Scott Marsh live from Enfield, Harrison, and Jeffersonville. Stewart gets the signal from Bob Davis, kicks it end over end. It'll come down to Phillips. Phillips at the 10 to the 15, trying to get outside of the 20, still at his feet, 25, and going to be wrestled down at about the 27-yard line. In fact, never down, he finally goes down. About 4 or 5 Warriors were there to finally drop Phillips, who brings it back 21 yards. And Jeffersonville will set up their offense first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Nice deep kick by Stewart. Went down to the 3-yard line, but it didn't have a lot of height on it. That gave the return man Phillips an opportunity to really get a pretty good return there.
All right, so here is Bixler. Coming wide to this right side is O'Neill Phillips, but wide to the left is James Harris. Backs is split. Pitch back, go outside to Boatwright. Boatwright across the 35, and will have his first down as he's run out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. So we'll pick up of about 11 on the first play from Aaron Boatwright. So it's out of that secondary over there for the Harrison Warriors. Phil Wilson, Keith Lander from the secondary position. Marshawn Merriweather also over there to run Boatwright out of bounds, but not before he got 11 at a first down for the Red Devils.
Well, the Red Devils are loaded with speed, and Boatwright's just one of them. That time they flex their tight end out to the left and just sweep in behind him, quick pitch.
All right, so ball to 40. Inside handoff, but not much there for the fullback, Robbie Lewis. In fact, he will fall down probably after about a pickup of a yard, if that. And for the Warriors to stop Kevin Sissel from his linebacker position, gain of 1 for Lewis. It'll be second down and 9.
Yeah, that time just straight ahead with the fullback, and Harrison stayed right at home, made a nice stop there.
Sissel and Lamar, Merriweather, the linebackers. Jeremy Red will also be out there. Right out to either side of the field for Bixler. Pitch out to Boatwright. Tried that same play they had at the beginning of the ball game, and Boatwright up over midfield into Harrison territory at about the 49-yard line. And depending on where they spot it, he will be very close to the first down. Then they're going to bring the sticks out for a measurement.
It looks like he picked up more than enough, but it's going to be pretty close.
So Boatwright with a couple of carries and picked up 20 yards.
Well, Harrison's going to have to make a quick adjustment because Jeffersonville sees a weakness right now from that formation. Harrison's not able to contain Boatwright around the left end. They're just quick pitching it to him, and he's got all kinds of running room out there.
All right, so the football is at the Harrison 49-yard line. They lay down the sticks, and it's good enough for a first down. They stretch it out, and by the length of the football, Boatwright picks up the second first down this drive for the Jeffersonville Red Devils. The ball just inside the 50-yard line, Harrison territory. 1 minute and 10 seconds gone to the football game. O'Neill Phillips comes wide to this near side. Wide to the far side, James Harris. Back to now in the eye behind Bixler. And off, and it's the second man through, and he is loose in the secondary. Down to the 30, to 20, to 15, to 10, to 5, and a touchdown going to be scored by Keith Phillips as he goes 49 yards down the near sideline. And once he got through the containment, he outran the secondary man into the end zone for the touchdown, and Jeffersonville is on the board with 1 minute 27 seconds gone to this ball game, leading at 6-0 on a 50-yard run by Keith Phillips.
Yeah, that time he broke a couple of tackles at the line of scrimmage, but really had some clear sailing down the left sideline, outran Kendall Wilson to the end zone for a real nice play for Jeffersonville.
All right, Marty Nolan is on to attempt the extra point. Devils with 10:33 gone, or rather left here in the first quarter. A little bit of a shift in the offensive line by Jeffersonville. Here's a snap down. Nolan's kick's going to be blocked. Knifing through there was Chad Lamar for the Warriors, so the extra point attempt is blocked by Lamar, and Jeffersonville on top by a score of 6-0. Will take a 30-second day.
When you get the hut, we got a cool deal.
The deals are fantastic. Through Saturday at Kenny Kent Northside, the Tri-State's only custom van outlet. During our 93 van clearance, full-size custom vans from Tierra, Styler, Sequency, and Timeless start at $17,995. Now cool.
When you get the hut, you got a cool deal.
Head for Kenny Kent Northside, the Diamond and Title Box, where the Corvette's at the sky.
Field, Dan Augusti along with Scott Marsh submitted to the football game on the fourth play from scrimmage. Keith Phillips goes 49 yards. Jeffersonville Red Devils, and they take the lead 6-0. Extra point attempt by Nolan is blocked by Chad Lamar, and now the Warriors will get the ball for the first time. Jeremy Redd, Kendall Wilson, and Sean Bennett back deep for Harrison. Nolan will kick off for Jeff. Be a short end-over-end kick. Will come to one of the up men at the 20-yard line, 25, and the 30-yard line, and finally hit and brought down is Matt Elliott. He'll get back 10 yards to the 30, so the Warriors will have pretty good field position for their first offensive play of the season.
Yeah, short kick that time, and Elliott had to come up and make the catch and got upfield for just a few yards.
All right, so the ball at the near hash. First and 10, Keith Litt, quarterback. He will have Kendall Wilson and Chad Lamar in the backfield. We'll also see Jeremy Redd and Kevin Sissel in the backfield tonight. Wide to the right, Craig Stewart. Second that Jeffersonville defense. 4-3, Lander will hand off, and Wilson over the right side, and was about the 31-yard line, and that'll be it. The left side of that line, Keith Brody and Jason Tate there to make the stop for the Reds.
Yeah, not much movement by the offensive right. Harrison there. Kaufman and Hathaway didn't get any push on their side.
All right, Wilson got a yard of 31-yard line. Second down now and 9 to go. Matt Kelsey, the center, 6 foot 210-pound senior. Again, Stewart goes wide to the right side. Lander, inside handoff again. This time it is Lamar, and he will fight his way up to about the 34. Put the ball on the ground, and Jeffersonville comes up with it. So Lamar fumbles the ball, his own 34-yard line, and it might have been Hanley who picked up the loose ball for Jeffersonville. So the Warriors put it over on their second offensive play and give the Red Devils excellent field position again at the Harrison 35-yard line.
Chad Lamar just went right up in the middle on a trap play, and I don't know, it got held up by a couple of players. Somebody raked the ball away from him. You got to hold on with both hands down there when you're in that kind of a pile.
All right, so the ball inside the 35-yard line of Harrison. 9:18 left to go, opening quarter. Red Devils nothing.
You don't want to get behind a team like Jeffersonville too far, Dan. They can push you away.
So Bixler will have Lewis and Boatwright in the backfield behind him. Pitch back to Boatwright. That sweep again got some interference. Lamar trying to cut him down, and Kevlar with a good tackle as he fought through the block and wrapped Boatwright up. And Aaron picked up about 2 or 3. That's it. Boatwright has carried the ball twice for 20 yards and now adding about 3 more. So not a bad average for Boatwright. 3 carries and 23 yards. But Lamar doing a good job from his linebacker position that time.
Well, same play. I mean, Harrison really hasn't made much of an adjustment to stop that play. They split the backs and make the quick pitch out for left-hand side.
All right, Harris and wide to this near side for the Red Devils. Number 16 is not listed in the program. Here is Boatwright this time being dropped for about a 2 or 3 yard loss. Coming in to make the stop for the Warriors, left defensive end, that is Ronnie Kimberlin. And a loss in the play of 3, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. Dad Barnett also there to make the stop for the Warriors.
Here's an inside for you. Ronnie's first name's really Chip. They call him Chip.
Right.
Chip Kimberlin.
That is
in the program
it's modeled.
Yeah,
but,
it's Chip.
All right.
I'll get that right. He'll like that.
3rd and 10 for the Red Devils. Bixler drops back to pass, getting some pressure, lets the pass off. Going to be incompleted for Hanley. Down at about the 30-yard line. And over there was Keith Lander defensively. But Hanley's a big target out there.
Yeah, you'd expect him. He really had an opportunity to catch that. Bixler had all kinds of pressure on him. but Henley didn't come up with the big hit.
All right, so after considering going for it maybe on 10-10, Coach Ware will bring the punting team out of the football field for the Red Devils. And there's Marty Nolan. Bennett Lander will go back for the Warriors.
Watch for the fake here, Dan. They're in the area, faking territory.
They get 3 blocking back behind the
Men of the line. Let's see what they do. Long count.
They step all the way back to Nolan, and it's going to be blocked. And the ball knocked out of bounds, and coming through there defensively for the Warriors, number 35 to block is Kendall Wilson. So the Warriors already have blocked the next one. Now they have blocked the punt, and they will get the football at about their own 35-yard line.
That was a -1 punt in, I guess, with that block, wasn't it?
I think that's the way you record that. Well, right now, the special teams for the Warriors doing an outstanding job. Let's see what the offense can do. They have it first and 10 at their own 36-yard line. They only had a couple of plays last time before Lamar. Lander will have Lamar and in the backfield. Misdirection. Here's a handoff. Open running room, and is that Bennett or Elliott?
John Bennett.
He gets the ball up over the 40-yard line to about the 43-44 before Chris stopped for the Red Devils. And Bennett got about 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Little misdirection that time. Bennett came from the right wing. They faked a fullback or tailback off the right side, and he came back around on the reverse.
All right, so 2nd and short for the Warriors. 6-0 is our score, although the scoreboard said nothing. It's 6-0 here is Wilson. He puts his head down and gets the first down as he carries the ball up. Brought down there by Hanley and also Keith Brody, 6'1", 234-pound senior. That's the initial first down for the Warriors. They say that Willie went down at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that's what Harrison's got to do here is pick up a couple of first downs and try to gain some confidence because right now, other than the special teams, they've done a whole lot.
All right, Stewart wide to the far side. Elliott lined on his side. Lander long count in this direction, and now the ball's going to go to Wilson. He's going to be stuck at about the line of scrimmage. Try to get away from the initial player, and then coming up in this position was Lamp again. He had a number 16 out there, but...
Well, I heard somebody talking before the game. That's somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who it was.
That Lamp might 16 and not 15 because he was supposed to have 15. And
good point.
So it's 2nd down and 9 for the Warriors. Here's Lamp, a little drop pass going to be caught by Bennett. Tries to spin away and going to be hit and brought down at about the 46-yard line. There to make the stop defensively for the Warriors, for the Red Devils was Eric Gray. Pick up on the play of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for Harrison. Ball at the Red Devil 47-yard line.
Yeah, big 3rd down play now. Harrison would like to come up with a conversion and keep this drive going.
Trying to convert on the block punt. Lander will send Stewart wide to the far side. The slot to that same side. Here is Lander. Misdirected again, rolling right, play action, drops the ball out. Lamar is wide open, pass caught, first down and more. Lamar still on his feet at the 20, the 15. Out there.
Well, he was wide open, and Keith knows that if a man throw it too hard, just get it to him and let him make the play on his own. And that time, Chad Lamar did a nice job of running with the football catch.
All right, they give him a gain of 20 on the play down to the 15 line. And good action fake in the backfield by Lander. Held the linebackers, and Lamar just squirted out of the backfield and was wide open. So the Warriors 1st and 10 at the Red Devil 15-yard. They go to the right side and going to be wrapped up there. Courtney Martin, the left outside linebacker, will drop Wilson after a pickup of about 1 on the play to be 2nd down and 9.
Now that left side of the Jeffersonville defensive line, Brody and Tate, good job. They're controlling that side of the ball, and Harrison continues to run right at them. I think they'll have to come back to the other side one time.
And not the wide side of the field either.
No, give your runner maybe a little more chance to run the ball too.
All right, so now Bedouin wide to this near side, which is the wide side of the field. Back to Lamar and Wilson. Here is Lander, play action fake, passes the ball down to Lamar, caught, touchdown Warriors. So Lamar from about 14 yards away, touchdown pass automatically. They've got a tie football game when the Warriors can take the lead if they can convert on the extra point here.
Yeah, nice job once again of play action faking in the backfield, which bought some time. Lander hit a wide open Lamar one more time for a touchdown.
All right, Lamar, a couple of receptions, good for 34 yards. Lander is 3 out of 3 for 39 yards. And coming to attempt the PAT will be Craig Stewart for Harrison. And if it's successful, the Warriors will take up to 6. The both teams have scored here in this first quarter. 5 minutes and 8 seconds left in it. And the Warriors right now got to get somebody out there. The time is wasting right here. Ball's ready for play, and you only have 25 seconds, and they are in danger here of getting a delay of game. Here's Stewart. Snap is down, kick is on play, and the Warriors have the lead 7-6. They just do beat the 25-second clock. So with 5:08 to play in the opening quarter, the Warriors are on top now 7-6. We'll take a 30-second break until high school football on WWOK.
In any kind of weather, it's hard to stop a train from Schmidt Refrigeration and Air Conditioning. From September 13th through November 26th, receive an extended parts and labor warranty with your purchase of a Train air conditioner or gas furnace. Also, when you buy a Train XL 1200 with a SEER of 12 above or a high-efficient Train XL 90, you can qualify for an energy savings payback from Ziggyco. For details, call Scott or Randy at Schmidt Refrigeration and Air Conditioning for all temperatures. 200 South Governor, 424-5878.
All right, back at Enlow Field, down at Marsh, and the officials right now taking a little bit extra time after the Warriors for a water break. Rules in the IHSAA, and of course all across the country as far as high school and college and professional. Hot, humid conditions like that, if you official discretion, they can call timeout, an official's timeout, and not charge the break to either team, and just let the players have some water and wipe operation.
Is coming out of him.
Well, we saw both Bossy and North last night. Bossy, a lot of players going both ways, and Jacobs ran that 96 and all for naught when that penalty of illegal procedure, and he more or less just collapsed in the sidelines after playing about I'm going to take it back. I think this is hot up as it was last night. Not quite as many people in the press box tonight as we had last night.
That might help a little bit.
All right, anyway, Stewart has the fatigue for the Warriors. Harrison on top, 7-6.
You stood in the air conditioner, though. That's the problem.
Phillips is back deep for Jeffersonville. Here's the kick. Going to be a short kick, and going to be picked up by O'Neal. Phillips at the 5, the 20. Still at his feet to the 25, trying to find some open running room, and just about broke the containment there. He's going to be hit at broad yard line and get down to defensively on the kick team. Kevin Sissel also down there was Andy Bose, wearing Joltful numbers.
A.J. Bose, he's a sophomore quarterback. He'll be the quarterback of the future here one day.
So the Red Devils scored on the first possession for them tonight, and then after Chad Lamar fumbled, forced the punt. Punt was blocked, and the Warriors convert and score and get the extra point, and they lead up at a 6. Here's Bixler. Hands off to Boatwright. Boatwright across the 25-yard line to about the 28. He was stopped in the backfield and somehow was able to fight his way forward and pick up about 2 or 3 yards.
Well, Harrison had good penetration, but Boatwright broke a couple of tackles, fell forward for 2 or 3 yards. That's a good individual effort because he really looked like he was stopped being for a loss.
All right, pick up the Boatwright, 2nd down and 7. O'Neal, Phillips to this near side. Harris is in the slot to that same side, back behind Bixler. Radnor pitches back to Boatwright. Boatwright, and again almost did that hit in the backfield. Lander finally wraps him up at a scrimmage. But again, Merriweather was back there. Also in the area for the Warriors in the second, or rather in that back was Chip Kimberlin.
Yeah, that time Harrison did a better job of attacking the sweep, and it made Boatwright pull up, and they got a little help. They still missed the first couple. If the first man would have put him down, it would have been about a 5-yard loss.
It was Kimberlin. He somehow shook his.
Chip's a real strong guy. He just got it. Boatwright just got away from him. Shows you how strong Boatwright is.
All right, 3rd down and 7 now. Put 28-yard line of Jeffersonville. The Red Devils have it. 7-6. Bixler back to pass, looking over the middle. Got his tight end out. That Harris going to be hit and brought down at about the 30, 45-yard line. He will be very close to his first down.
Depends on how they spot that, but it appears they might have enough. They're going to bring him over.
I think they are. The official, Bob Davis, very timeout. Officials timeout to bring the sticks all the way across the field again and take a measurement.
Well, they found a weakness, I guess, in the Harrison secondary, and that's in the flats right now because they've gone to it 2 or 3 times already.
All right, Harris with the reception there from Bixler, his first completion. 1 out of 2. For Brad Bixler. Key measurement here, and they're going to be just a little bit short. No, they are. They are going to have a give them the first down. From here, it looks like they're short by about the nose of the football, but that's about how much they got past the change, the stick, and first down for the Red Devils. That's the Jeffersonville 34-yard line. 3:20 left to play in the opening quarter. 7-6 Harrison. O'Neal Phillips wide to the side. Picked up by Sean Bennett. Harris wide to the front. Handoff and second man through. And still on his feet is the man who scored the touchdown. That is Phillips. Breaks it all the way into Harrison territory at about the 47-yard line. So a pickup on the 17 for Pete Phillips.
Well, Harrison looks like they're just getting just right now on the front line because nobody really got a chance to tackle him. Nobody made any contact with Phillips until he was about 5 yards into the secondary.
All right, Jeremy Redd made the stop defensively for the Warriors on that last play. Here is Bixler inside on the fullback, in a big hole in the secondary is Robbie Lewis, and he is all the way down to the Harrison 30-yard line. Again, another pickup of close to 17 yards.
Well, they're picking him up big chunks at a time, and got to play better defense than that, Dan.
As you said, the offensive line right now, the surge.
Oh, yeah.
It's all Jeffersonville.
You know, and offensive linemen really aren't that big. A lot of guys right around 200 pounds.
Got a couple of guys that are well over 200, and that's it. Back to center is only 190. Bixler hands off. He's going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for a pickup of about 2. Greg Carnes there to make the stop defensively for the Warriors, among others. Lamar Weather. Pickup on the play of 2 for Boatwright. It'll be second down and 8. Boatwright, 7 carries, 26. He carried the ball 2 times, picked up 67 yards. And a touchdown. And Jeffersonville right now wants to take a timeout with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left at the opening quarter. It's 7-6.
September 13th through November 26th, receive an extended parts and labor with your purchase of a Train air conditioner or gas furnace. Also, when you buy a Train XL 1200 with a SEER of 12 or above or a high-efficient Train XL 9, you can qualify for an energy savings payback from Siggyco. For details, call Scott or Randy at Schmidt Refrigeration.
Wide to his near side. Bennett is in the box to the same spot. Lamar and Kinder Wilson in the eye behind Keith Lander. See what Landers calls. Will hand off to Wilson, trying to get the first down. Will have it as he gets the ball down to the 45-yard line. A Jersey tackle out there by Courtney Martin, the left defensive end for the Red Devils. Martin, 6'3", 210-pound senior, and got Wilson by the jersey and the shoulder pad and brought him down, but not before Kendall got about 5 yards of the first down.
Yeah, Harrison's put in Kevin Sissel and Tony Red at tailback. They're going to give Lamar and Wilson just a breather on the sideline to catch their win.
Both Wilson and Lamar going both ways, and it's a hot heat tonight, so they'll get a little bit of a blow here.
Exactly.
All right, Sissel and Red. Sissel was the fullback. And direction at Bennett. Bennett try to get to the line of scrimmage and doesn't quite make Hanley there, the All-Stater. Going to drop Bennett in the backfield, a loss of play of about 2. It'll be second down now and 12.
Yeah, Hanley came in from his inside linebacker position, and somebody on the interior line of Harrison missed him. If not, it looked like Sean had a little bit of running room.
But his first attempt on that same very play, and
went to the well one too many times. And
Tom Hanley was waiting for him, and now he's got a timeout as the secondary man, Chris Lamp, for the Red Devils, makes the tie. 11 minutes and 9 seconds remaining here in the first half. Harrison on top of the Red Devils, 7-6. Warrior football at the Red Devil 46-yard line. Looking at second down and 11. Landers hit there. See what Keith calls here. Keith handoff and up the get down about the 42-yard line, the ball carrier, and that is
Jeremy Redd.
Jeremy Redd. So Redd with his first carry gets about 4, making it third down now and 7 to go.
Yeah, Jeremy's a sophomore. He's going to be a nice player for Harrison. And
Argundo Wilson, the breather,
brings up third in the passing situation now for Harrison. Let's see what they go with here.
All right, Landry will send Stewart and Bennett wide to the far side of the field. Back to the eyes, Sissel and Red behind the quarterback, Steve Lander. Here's Lander. Play action fake. Got a couple of minutes of time. Will let the ball go. It's headed for Sissel off his fingertips and out of bounds. Incomplete. And I think they thought maybe Sissel, somebody got a hold of his jersey as that ball was in the air, but the pass falls incomplete. And Sissel almost came up and made an outstanding catch that time.
Yeah, that time the tight end, that Ellis, got hung up at the line of scrimmage there. But if he could have gotten free, he had a lot of running room down there.
All right, so Lander misfires for the first time tonight. He's 4 to 5 for 49 yards and 1 touchdown. And now Sean Bennett in for his first punt attempt of the night for the Warriors. Gets a perfect snap. Gets the punt away. High end over end kick. Phillips calls for the fair catch. Drops the ball and falls on the yard line. So went right through the breadbasket of Phillips. Muffed the ball, but he fell right on it. And averts the catastrophe there for the Red Devils, but they will begin this drive at their own 2-yard line. That's the cardinal mistake when you're back doing that punt return, Scott, to know where you are on field, and obviously Phillips did not at his own 2-yard line.
No, you just don't field that ball inside the 10. You let it bounce into the end zone because 99% of the time it does, and that time he ball right on the 1 or 2-yard line. Was really lucky to get the ball back in.
Well, the Red Devils end up with the goalpost in their back pocket at their own 2-yard line.
Going to come out in a wishbone.
At quarterback. And we've got whistles all over the place. Flag thrown. This is our first penalty of the ball game, thrown by the head linesman.
Against
somebody's going to pop in the neutral zone.
That's about a 1-yard penalty, though.
Yep. Half it to the goal, and that'll back Jeffersonville up from their own 2 to their own 1. Two minutes into the second quarter, Harrison on top 7-6. Jeffersonville with the ball, first down, and now about 11 from their own 1-yard. Get everybody inside for the Red Devils. Boatwright's in the backfield. They got a big tight end lined up at fullback, and he got the ball, and he will come out to about the 2 or 3-yard line, closer to the 3. And it'll be second down now and about 8 to go.
Yeah, Jeffersonville's going to try to play it safe, maybe get out enough where they can punt the football, but you never know with these guys, Dan. They may come up, fake the fullback, and just throw it down here. Sometimes it's not a bad idea.
All right, second down now, 9 to go.
Watch the fullback Hanley out in the flat sometime on this play, too.
All right, again, operating out of the wishbone. Inside, Dixon drops the ball, and he's got it.
I think Harrison might have gotten that.
They're down there wrestling for it right now. Bennett says it belongs to the Warriors, and it does. So the Warriors get a big break as Bixler for the second time tonight puts the ball to the ground. The Warriors come up with it inside the Red Devil 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal Harrison from the Jeffersonville 2-yard. So the Warriors already on top 7-6. Chance to extend their lead here.
I don't think Jeffersonville's got their players on the field, Dan.
Boy, there's looking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they got 10 out there. I count 10. Here's Lander handing off, and going in the end zone is Ken Wilson, the touchdown. So Wilson goes over from the 2, and the Warriors now build their lead at 13-6 with the extra point attempt coming.
Well, turnovers will kill you, Dan. Right there, Jeffersonville found that out. And Harrison took advantage, and you got to take advantage of those situations.
All right, so a 2-yard drive in one play. Kendall Wilson with the score, and it's 13 Harrison. And boy, I tell you what, you got to give the Warrior defense a lot. Boy, that first series for Jeffersonville, they just mowed down the field. And the defense of Harrison
has gotten a little tough.
Has gotten a little bit tougher here the last 10 minutes of this ball game. Stewart will try the PAT, snap down, kick is on its way, and the kick is good. Timeout on the football field. Harrison now on top by 8, 14-6 with 8:55 left to go in our first half. We'll come back with the Warriors kickoff in a half minute. This is Evansville High School football on WWOK.
Tire you're going to remember for a long time, just like the 80,000-mile treadwear protection limited warranty that goes with it. For a smooth, quiet ride and extraction in all weather conditions, see your local authorized Cooper dealer. Tire and Accessories, 905 West Columbia, and ask for the Cooper Lifeline or Grand Classic STE. Grand performance in classic style.
Back at Enlow Field, Dan Agurski along with Scott Marsh. We have 8 minutes and 55 seconds left to go second quarter. 14-6, Harrison on top. And Stewart will kick it off. Neil Phillips back deep for the Red Devils, along with T. Phillips. Both with blazing speed. Stewart waits for the referee. Signal, has it. And now kickoff. End over end kick will come to Keith Phillips at the 11. To the 15, to the 20. Try to get outside. 25 and 27, 28-yard line. Down there in the 16.
Marcus Hamilton, nice job getting down and making a tackle on that play.
And David Hilbert also there for Harrison.
Hilbert's tough. He's a little guy, but he gets down the field, he'll hit you.
All right, so the Red Devils with the foot first and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Down by 8.
Well, look for them, Jeffersonville to come out fired. They don't want to get down too much.
All right, Bixler, who's had trouble holding on to the football last couple of sets for The Red Devils will pitch it out, and Boatwright with a lot of running room. Boatwright trying to turn the corner, going to be denied at the 35-yard line. Bennett and Lamar. And boy, it looked like Boatwright had about a mile to run, and all of a sudden, Bennett and Lamar get to the scene, and they punish him after a pickup of 5.
Yeah, he just still picked up nice yardage on first down, but Sean Bennett has excellent speed, size, man. He's a big guy.
So
he's 6'2", 192 and fast.
Boatwright is coming out of the ball game right. And Bixler waiting for the play to come in off the bench.
That's not even in a deal because Phillips has had some success already against Harrison the way it is.
Has 2 runs for 67 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, 1 for a 50-yard touchdown.
Lewis and Phillips in the eye. Here's a handoff inside to Lewis. Lewis twisting and turning and will get up to the 39-yard, about a yard short of his first down. Again, Lamar, maybe the strongest player on the Warrior football team as far as lifting weights in the bench press.
Yeah, he's a heck of a weightlifter. It helps him out on the field, too, about it.
All right, so it's got for 4 on the play there for Lewis. And a third down and a yard to go. Robbie Lewis, a big fullback. Keith Phillips, tailback. He has the ball. Penalty markers at throw. Phillips with a first down. And
I don't think Jeffersonville was completely set. Looked like man was going down as the ball was snapped, but I'm not sure about that. Could be on Harrison. They were all over the place.
Ball starters will call against the Red Devils. So that'll back them up instead of having a 3rd and 1 or picking up the first. As Phillips did that time, it'll be 3rd down and 6.
Harrison catches another break because they were lined up wrong defensively. They tried to make some last-second, and the place that they vacated, Jefferson running right to it, they would have obviously picked up the first down.
All right, big play here for both clubs. Harrison on top 14-6. So the Red Devils keep shooting themselves in the foot with mistakes.
They sure do.
All right, here was Bixler, the quarterback. Drops back, looking for Handley in the flat. Now flushed out of the pocket under the hand.
Pretty good coverage. What the weird thing was, Andy, you see Bixler throw the football. It slipped out of his hand. He back and threw it again. The ball's obviously going to be a little slippery with all the guys pushing it all.
All right, the ball now at the Red Devil 49-yard line.
That's a big play, though, because Hanley's come up with the play right there.
Split out to the left. It pitches the Boatwright. Boatwright to get outside. Get the corner turned out away from Bennett. Boatwright in the 30. Cuts back to the 25, the 20, and brought down there. Lander finally brought him down, but it rumbles for 31. And Merriweather was also there to finally bring him down.
Sean Bennett did not make the tackle that time. He was the one that had to make the containment work. And the big catch by Hanley set the ability for them to be able to run that play.
All right, so Boatwright on the 31-yard carry. 62 yards for him. Down to 6:44 left to play in the first half. Warriors up by 8, but the Red Devils threatening now. Bixler hands off, and it's Phillips to the 15, Phillips to the 10, to the 5, pops the ball up, and it's going to be picked up by who? Scramble for the ball, and it's Jeffersonville ball. Boy, about 3 or 4 players for each team had a crack at it, and finally down there, I think, is O'Neal Phillips to fall on the ball, but is back at about the 3 or 4 yard line.
Well, Phillips is a shifty runner. He's had great success ever since the football. The only thing he did wrong there was just fumble it down there inside the 5-yard line. Got a big break by his ball team, getting the football back.
Boy, Phillips, 3 carries now, 73 yards.
Well, he's killing them.
Ball now back at the about the 2.5 yard line instead of right on the goal line. Full house in the backfield. Hands off, and it's Hanley. He's trying to lunge into the end zone. He's going to be stopped a little bit short. Down at about the 1, and the left Warrior line all there. Hathaway and Kimberlin, Red, Bennett, John. So the Red Devils now 3 feet away from getting their second touchdown. They're down by 8. Getting out of the whip-on. Takes the hands off, and Hanley trying to muscle his way in, and Bennett's going to deny him. So Sean Bennett holding on for dear life to Hanley until his friend showed up. Hanley for no gain. Ball will still be at the 1 yard line.
Well, Hanley's strong, but he's not quick from a tailback spot. He just gets there and tries to manhandle you, and that time Harrison had an Enders to help out.
All right, so third down. In fact, Hanley may have lost about a half. He's back now to about the 1.5, and now the Red Devils will spend their second time out of the half. With 5 minutes and 24 seconds left to play in the second quarter, Harrison on top. Harrison has also blocked an extra point and blocked a punt tonight.
Well, Jeffersonville make him out this time, Dan. A little play-action pass down here.
Bixler so far tonight is 2 out of 3 for 19 yards. See where Hanley lines up. Hanley lines up. Tailback. Full house in the backfield. They pick Hanley trying the right side, and Hanley going to go in the end zone. He got in. Hanley lowered his head and found the end zone. Just did get in. Hathaway was over there trying to come out, and Hathaway now arguing with the official that he did not get in, but the official signifies 6 points for Hanley. He goes over from 2 yards out, and now we'll see if the Red Devils will try for the 2-point conversion to try and tie this football game up.
Well, you got they really don't have nothing to lose. Got to go for the 2 here.
So a 70-yard drive for the Red Devils in 8 plays. Hanley goes over for the final 2 yards. 14-12 ball game now. Harrison still top.
This is a big play now.
And they will try for the 2-point conversion, try and tie the ball game up. Lewis and Boat right in field. Bixler back to pass, throws in the end zone. Nobody holds. Harris went inside. The ball went outside. So the 2-point conversion fails, and the Warriors still maintain their 2-point advantage. It is 14-12. We'll take a break and return. This is Evansville High School football on WWOK.
Regency and Timeless start at $17,995. Now that's cool. Head for Kent Northside at Diamond and Heidelbach, where the Corvette sits high in the sky.
Norman will kick off. Back deep for the Warriors. Bennett with red. Standing at the Harris 10-yard line. Norman puts his foot in the ball. Going to be a short end-over-end kick. And going to hit the ground and get behind Wilson. Now Wilson 5-yard line looking for 4 more to go. To the 10 and about a 13-yard line. That's going to be it.
You got to field that foot on a kick. That time the Harrison back line was just playing way too deep. They're going to have to come up a little closer next time they kick.
Well, Elliott looked over his shoulder, looked at Wilson. Wilson looked at it. The ball hit the ground and then took a bounce and got behind Wilson. Had to retrieve all the way back to the 5-yard line, brought it out to the return of 8 for Kendall Wilson.
Yeah, that's the last time they kicked off. Elliott had the football because it was so short, and this time he go.
All right, Sissel is now in the ball game, and Wilson is out for the Warriors.
Got to give these guys a little breather, I think.
Sissel and Gary Red in the backfield. Here's Lander. Pitch, back to in the eye, handoff inside. It's Sissel, and Sissel pushing the defense back. All the way out to about the sideline goes Kevin Sissel. A pickup of about 8. Brian Hanley, Chris Lamp, there to make the stop for the Warriors.
Yeah, good blocking that time up front gave Sissel a little bit of running room on the inside fullback trap.
So Sissel got 7. Second down and 3 football at the 20-yard line. Stewart and Bennett come wide to this near side now. Back to the eyes. Sissel and Red behind Lander. Lander sets the off inside handoff. Sissel again, and Sissel going to get close to his first down. 23-yard line. Gary Neal there defensively. Keith Brody, David Caskey. And it's going to be third down and less than a yard to go.
Well, I know him would really like to pick up this first down. Hold on to the football and grind out a couple of more first downs. At least go in the halftime 2 points up.
We bring a chains out for a measurement.
Well,
Harrison did not request it, but evidently the official can look at it.
It looks pretty close, really.
It does. And it is someone in the Harris coaching staff down below requested the measurement. Last night we had a couple of requests for measurements that were about 2 yards short. Here is the...
Well, first down, I think.
It is going to be a down. So they initially said third down and less than a yard, and somebody asked you for the first down measurement, and the Warriors did it. So Sissel, 2 carries, 10 yards for Kevin. And the Warriors get a fresh set of 4 under 4 minutes to play in the first at 14-12. Harrison 3:44 and counting down. Stewart wide to his near side. Bennett is in the slot to that same side. Back through in the eye. Lander hands off. And it's red across the 25, 30-yard line. Hit and brought down at about the 9. Defensively, Courtney Martin again. So Robbie Lewis, but not before Red got about a half a dozen.
Yeah, nice job that time by Jeremy Red to scoot outside and pick up about 6 yards, because Harrison really wants a couple of more first downs. They don't want Jeffersonville to touch the ball the rest of the half.
Stewart and Bennett again wide at his near side. Jeff with 1 timeout left. In his half, the Warriors with hand off to Sissel, and Sissel fighting his way. He's got a first down anymore. He's in the secondary. It's a 50 to 45-yard line and out of bounds. So Sissel breaking free up the middle. And now they say he went out of bounds at about the midfield stripe. But nonetheless, a pickup of 17 for Kevin Sissel. And he's come off the bench, 3 carries, 27 yards.
Real nice run. He followed his blocking just quickly that time. And broke a couple of tackles, got outside, and a real nice game.
He spots the ball right at midfield, far hash mark for the Warriors. 2:47 left to go, and a couple of more plays. Marsh may want to think about using some timeouts.
Yeah, it's getting to that point now where he's getting into field position.
All right, here is the side. Stewart goes wide to the far side. Lamar and Wilson back. Here is Lamar, or Lander back, and throws the ball up for grabs, and going to be caught by Bennett. Bennett's the 10, the 5, and Lander was back there. He had Lewis draped around his ankle and just threw the ball up for grabs, and Bennett ran under it. Part of the 30-yard line and ran in the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, it's just amazing that Keith did not get tackled back there.
Oh, incredible. He's a great athlete. But
the man was hanging all over him, and then Keith had enough arm to get it down to Bennett, who was, guard downfield, Dan.
I'm not sure if one of the Jeffersonville secondary men saw Lander back there with the defensive man all over his ankle. Thought, well, this play's over, but this is not professional football where you're in the grasp, and Lander just threw it for everything he was worth off his back foot, still threw that ball about 35 yards or 40 yards in the air.
You thought the same thing I did. I think he was just throwing it up for grabs underneath, and it's a perfect pass.
I Stewart on to attempt the extra point. Snap down, kick is on the way, and it isn't true, but it's successful. And the Warriors now lead it 21-12. They lead it by 9, with 24 left to play. That was a strange thing because Lander was back in the pocket. He was getting some pressure from the backside. He was not level from behind, I'm not sure. But then he had Lewis wrapped all the way around his right ankle and somehow stood there off his back foot and threw it up in the air about 40 yards and got behind the secondary man right in his hands, and Bennett walked into the end zone from the 15-yard line.
Well, it was a good job by Sean Bennett, too, Dan, not to give up on the football. And then he really made a good effort, went and got it, ran it in, and you're excited. I'm excited. An unbelievable play. That was weird. I think Ed McMahon said that was weird, wild, west. I don't know. One of those guys said it.
The Warriors now, who fell behind very early in this football game, less than 2 minutes into the contest, they were down 6-0, and now with 24 left before halftime, Harrison is up by 9, 21-12, and they are making the big plays.
Well, they overcame that big play by Hanley because Jefferson went down and got the score on that drive, but Harrison countered it with their own score.
All right, here is Stewart, kicks the ball off. Short kick, and the Wren get picked up by O'Neill Phillips to the 20, Phillips to the 32-yard line. Hit and brought down there. And he had a burst of speed, heading, trying to get the wedge, and he was tapped down there by that young softy Bose on the kicking team.
Well, now, Dan, look for Brian Hanley somewhere because it's the time of game with 2 minutes to go in the half that they want to get the ball to one of their most talented guys on the field, and that's got to be Hanley. Of course, Phillips has been unbelievable here in the first half. I don't know what he's averaging per carry, but gosh, I mean, he's really up some yardage.
25 yards per carry.
Yeah.
3 carries, 74 yards.
Keep that.
And right now, Lewis is the lone setback. They've got trips to the large side of the field. Bixler will hand off to Lewis. Lewis with a gaping hole into the secondary. Bennett takes him, and Lander's going to finally bring him down. But not before he gets all the way down to the 49-yard line.
Jeffersonville came out in trips to the right side, and Harrison lined up totally wrong. Left a big hole right up the middle. Jeffersonville, just fortunate play call.
All right, so that'll stop the clock momentarily.
Jeffersonville has 1 timeout left, correct?
1 timeout.
They'll wish they didn't take those 2 earlier, I think, now.
All right, they have the football to Warrior 43-yard line. They'll take their time getting this way in. Games are set. Clock is running. We're down to 1:42 to go in the first half. Hamley will come wide to the near side of the field. O'Neill Phillips wide to the far side. And Keith Phillips is in the slot again. Trips to the wide side. Here is Bickford dropping back to pass. 3 minutes of pattern over the middle to Hanley. Pass going to be knocked down. Defensive play coming up. That's Sean Bennett again and Kevin Sissel. This playing center field back there went high in the air with Hanley. And Sean just about came with the intercept.
Yeah, you know that they're going to look for Hanley, just like I said a while ago. And that time, Harrison really had him double teamed. But we're through right into it, Dan, because Kevin Sissel had Hanley underneath and Sean Bennett it over the top.
All right, second down, 10 to go. Bickford tonight is 2 out of 5 for 19 yards. Hanley caught 1 for 12. Harris 1 for 7. And again, trips to the right, both right. Harris and Phillips, Hampton wide of his near side. Here is Bickford dropping back, flushed out of the pocket, getting some pressure.
Almost came up with the ball with the interception there.
Boy, I tell you what, Kimberlin was drawing a beat on Bickford. And even after he let the ball go, Kimberlin put a hit on him. And
Chip likes to hit, I think, right now. And you know how defensive linemen get when they see quarterbacks running out there. They just start looking at taps and look for the opportunity. I know I've been on the wrong end of it.
Third down, 10 to go for the Red Devils. Football at the Harrison 42-yard line. 21-12 Warriors lead it with 1:20 to go first half. Hands off and trying to get outside and cut down. Good open field tackle by ball carrier is Eric Gray. First time he has carried tonight. He got 2 tough yards. And now it's 4th down and 8. And we're coming down to the final minute here in the first half. We'd like to remind you that you are listening to Evansville High School football on WWOK Evansville. And the Devils bring the punt team on the field. And right now, Coach Marsh telling Lander just to let the ball bounce and not even try and field it.
Yeah, they want to be careful here. They don't want to rough, and they don't want to catch this ball and fumble it down and give Jeffersonville a chance to score, because right now they can go in 9 points up.
And Harrison will get the ball to start the second half. Marty Nolan will punt the ball. Well, he's back in punt formation. Just a perfect snap. Last one was blocked. This one goes high in the air, and Harrison will get away from it. It'll land at the 15 and going to be down at the 17-yard line. The Warriors, with 25 seconds left to play. Well, the time will run out as the 25-second clock will run out. You've got 25 seconds for a play. That's how much time is left in the first half.
Now, they can run that down, and that'll be, they don't even have to run a play then, right?
They don't.
I mean, I wouldn't even risk snapping the ball down here and taking a fumble. Just let it run out and win with 9 points up. You get the ball. You start the second half because Harrison kicks off the end to begin to...
And Harrison will not even run a play off. The clock wind down. The first half will come to a close. The Warriors leading it behind 21-12 here at the break as the teams will head to the locker room. So a very first half here tonight at Enlow Field. Harrison and Jeffersonville. The first half is over. It's 21-12. And we'll come back with our scoreboard show. A couple of games tonight will be following. And the Warriors will not even go into the locker room. They can stay in the end zone, the north end zone. But the Jeffersonville Red Devils will head. They're underway. 20-12 is Harrison on top by 9. The Red Devils got the first touchdown of the ball game. The Warriors answered with 14 straight points. Red Devils got within 2, tried a 2-point conversion that was unsuccessful. And then in the closing minutes of this half, a 50-yard touchdown pass from landed to Sean Bennett. And Chris' extra point was good. 21-12 Warriors, and they'll get first crack at the offense here in the second half.
Yeah, and they've got to go over that fielding the stick this time because the kicker is not kicking it very deep. So the back men for Harrison are going to have to take a couple up and field the football this time, Dan. Last time they bounced around back there, and they almost lost it. You definitely don't want that kind of a momentum buster on the opening play of the second half.
And Marty Nolan has not hit a real strong leg. His kicks have gone down about the 20-yard line. In fact, the first time Matt Elliott caught the ball at about the 22, and last time the ball hit at about the 18-yard line. So, Red is back. Bennett and a new player back. The Warriors, Wilson, is not in there.
David Hildreth.
David Hildreth is in for Wilson.
He's a hard runner. Little guy, but a hard runner.
Marty Nolan with the ball on the tee for the Red Devils. Second half of action here at Enlow Field on this night. Deanna Gursky along with Scott Marsh. 21-12, Harrison leading. Second half about set to get underway. There's the whistle. Nolan approaches the ball, puts his foot into it. Going to be another short end-over-end kick. Going to come to one of the up men at the 25-30. 35 to 40. And the ball carrier bringing the ball back 17 yards. Did he fumble the ball?
No.
Marcus Hamilton bringing the ball up to the 49. So an 18-yard return by Hamilton, and the Warriors have excellent field position at their own 43.
Yeah, good job. Marcus that time was one of the and he caught the ball, and he really put his head down and got some nice yardage on that.
All right, so Harris with the football. And they will load up with Landon, quarterback, Lamar, and Kendall Wilson in the backfield. Stewart and Bennett the wideouts. They are lined up to this near side. Bennett, Landon sits the offensive line, hands off to Wilson. Wilson up into Jeffersonville territory down to the 45-yard line. He brought down there by Eric Gray, but Wilson got 7 big yards on a first down carry, and that's what you like to see come a half, having second down and short.
Yeah, you like that first play like that. Now you've got a couple of options. You can do anything you want to here on second down. Harrison's going to try to keep it on the ground, run the clock down, and you know, as long as you've got the ball, the other guys can't score.
Ball just inside the 50-yard line, second down, and a short 4 to go for the fullback. Hand off, it's Wilson. Wilson getting close to his first down, spinning down to about the 45-yard line, and that'll be well past the 6 and a first down. He comes out, picks up 12 yards on 2 carries.
That was better than his whole first half performance, wasn't it?
Yep.
Kendall's a capable individual. He didn't get much playing. He was had some academic problems early in the year and came out late. But he's a pretty good physical guy, and once he's done trash, I think he'll be somebody that you'll have to reckon with.
All right, Stewart and Bennett wide to this near side again. Lander on count. Wilson flips, but now gets the handoff. Does the cut back and flips and now as he slides down inside the 40-yard line about 39. And boy, I'll tell you what, he never did get his feet completely firmly planted in the ground here.
And no Jeffersonville man ever touched him, Dan. He just made a cut and trips over somebody's feet on his line. Oh, he may still be running.
That's 6 more yards for Wilson. So he has picked up 18 yards in 3 carries here this third quarter. And the Warriors, who started this drive, now got down the middle third down. Wilson to the 4th time. Wilson down the corner. Wilson may go. He's at the 20, 15, 10-5. Touchdown, Harrison. So the Warriors with Kendall Wilson coming out of the chute, going 57 yards in 4 plays. The final 39 down this near sideline, and the Warriors have increased their lead to 15. It's 27-12.
Just a nice blocking because Kendall never got touched around the right side here. Went in untouched.
All right, so Wilson,
45-yard run, Dan?
39-yard run. That's his second touchdown of the night, and Stewart is off the point. Well, they madly lost on the kickoff receiving team or something, but he came out in 4 carries and 57 yards. Warriors lead it by 15. Snap down. Stewart takes the point.
I don't think that
through ball that
just get over the goalpost. Holy cow.
Crossbar. I mean, that ball went straight up in the air. I bet it didn't go over the crossbar by more than a foot.
No, it was amazing.
In fact, the back judge had to run up and take a look at that ball. It was a knuckleball that went up over the crossbar, but it's going to go in the book as a successful extra point, and Stewart puts the 28th point on the board for the Warriors.
It was plenty high enough, that's for sure.
Yes, it was.
Nobody was going to block it, but just barely crawled over the crossbar. Good extra point.
We need rain, but
yeah, he almost
brought it.
Almost brought it.
28-12 was our score, and we talked about it, Scott, how the Warriors would like to come out and keep that momentum in 4 plays. It's all go 57 yards and get on the board again.
They did exactly. They couldn't have drawn them up any better at halftime. They kept the ball on the ground. They ran the same running back every time. 4 plays, 57 yards. Just a really nice drive put together. And you got to give some credit to the Harrison front line because Kendall Wilson didn't get touched, Dan, until
in fact, the last 2 plays he didn't get touched away. He flipped and fell down, and that time he didn't get touched at all. Here is Stewart with a little bit better kick. Will come to Bill Phillips at the 10, to the 15, up to the 20. Trying to get outside of the 25. It's going to be hit. Bennett tries away at the 25-yard line. But Phillips goes down at about the 22, 17 for O'Neal Phillips.
Once again, David Hildreth in there making a hit.
Phillips, 3 kick returns for 53 yards tonight.
Craig Stewart did a nice job of kicking off of Harrison. Got that one inside the 10-yard line, and that makes it a lot tougher when your offense has to go 7 yards as opposed to maybe 40 or 50 yards.
All right, so here come the Red Devils now with their first possession. If they find themselves down by 16, we have played just over 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Hands off, and it is Lewis, and Lewis going to get up near his first down after he's still on his feet and finally pushed near the out-of-bounds 6. He goes across the 30-yard line to about the 33, 34. It would be good for an 11-yard pickup and a first down.
Yeah, that's Robbie Lewis. He's a big guy.
205 pounds, and
he put his head down that time with some determination and took a couple of Harrison men with him.
Well, the Red Devils scored with less than 2 minutes gone at the end of the ball game, and the Warriors returned the favor and scored 2 minutes plus a few seconds here in the second half. Here's the handoff, and it is this time Harris, and Harris going to get back to about the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. Hathaway getting up, Lamar, and also big number 70, Dave Talent. Talent.
There you go. I played with it, a Talent. That's definitely how you pronounce that name.
All right. Harris got a yard pickup. Second down and 9. And they come out wide to this near side, picked up by Bennett. Trips to the wide field. Bixler dropping back, rolling that way, getting some pressure, drops the pass off, incomplete. And Sissel and Boatwright going at one another. The ball went through Boatwright's hands. Of course, Sissel, not knowing about it, just kept up with the pursuit and kept his hands round Boatwright. And
as a defensive man, that's all the things you can do, because the next time you do that and let go, he may have the ball and be gone. So not a bad play. And the quarterback got a little pressure on him that time. Bixler got rid of it in just the nick of time. Good job on his part, avoiding the sack.
And defensively, one of the first things you learn on that is to play until you hear the whistle.
That's exactly
and obviously, Jim Fuchsel was doing it that time.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
8:43 left to play, third quarter. And now we've got timeout as Jeffersonville a little bit confused out there, and they will have to spend a timeout. Boy, that's a big time. Harrison leading here by 16.
Panthers by 14.
Across town. Here it is third down and 9 for the Red Devils. Bixler dropping back, bust out of the pocket, getting some pressure. Going to be hit, lets the ball go. It's going to be an incomplete pass. He had 3 or 4 Warriors right there. Merriweather, Hathaway, and the man putting on the most pursuit was Jeremy Red. And he just about took the ball out of Bixler's hands. It'll be fourth down and 9 to go.
Yeah, a good pursuit that time by a couple of Harrison men, and then Bixler once again, he got away with just getting rid of that football. Could have been almost a fumble there.
All right, so Marty Novin is in to punt the football again for the Red Devils. So after that timeout, and again, Jeffersonville short of specialty teams. Here comes a man running in late.
They've been all over the place, haven't they?
The right guard. Here is Nolan, snap high, goes up to get it, and to put away. High punt. Landon will get him. It'll take a Red Devil bounce inside the 40-yard line down to about the 36, where it'll be touched by James Harris. So not bad field position for the Warriors again at their own 36-yard line. The last time they opened up at the 43, 57 yards in just 4 plays. So it is 28-12 Warriors, 8:26 left to go in the third. And Sean Bennett coming out for a rare breather right now for Harris.
Yeah, he's got to get it now. He's more useful on defense than guard Hamlin. He's basically had one-on-one tonight, and he's going to have to get a little breather and some water over here in order to maintain his momentum.
All right, John Favor is in his place here in the spot to the right side. Inside handoff, it is Lamar fighting for yardage, and he will carry a couple of Red Devil tacklers with him up to about the 39-yard line. Brody and Robbie Lewis, Courtney Martin pick up for a play of about 3 for Lamar.
This is second carry of the night. Chad picked up 6 yards.
And now Favor and Stewart are side of the field. Lamar and Kendall Wilson in the eye. Hand off to Lamar again, busting his way up about the 45-yard line. He will still be about a yard short of down. And boy, that Lamar is one football player.
Yes, he is, and that time he had to take 3 or 4 guys, but still picked up 5-6 yards on the play. When he gets his head going downfield, Dan, he is so strong. He really works hard weight room, and there he proved it because he pulled a couple of pretty good-sized guys along with him on that.
David Caskey made the last tackle for the Red Devils. Now third down and a yard to go for Harrison. Ball at their 45-yard line. Landers sets the offense. Hand off, it's Wilson. Wilson will have a first down and more. 50, 45, and run out of bounds. Boy, he had 10 yards of wide open real estate. Then it closed in a hurry. Courtney Martin was over there. James Harris as well, but Wilson picks up close to 10 yards at a first down, and Kendall's had a big second half here. He had the ball now 12 times and picked up 80 yards. 67 coming here in the second half. Stayed inbounds. The clock continues to wind down. 6:46 left in the third. And Omar this time, Chad, not as successful as he gets out 2 or 3 tough yards. Wrapped up there by the left defensive tackle for the Red Devils, and that is Noah Bridgewater. At 3, second down and 7. Halfway through this third quarter, 28-12, Warriors lead it. And they own the football. Here is Lander. Hands to Wilson, trying to get outside. Now cuts back inside. Got away from 2. Fights his way down inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line. Defensively for the Red Devils, Wilson was looking to try to get outside. Saw that was contained and just lowered the head and went inside and got down now a 9 to go.
Yeah, here's a big third down play. Might come out with some kind of play action here. You never know.
All right. Faber and Stewart split out wide to the far side. Hands off. It is Wilson trying to get outside. Is going to be hit and brought down. Open field tackle there is Aaron Boatwright. And it's going to be forced down out about 7 to go. And the punt team for the Warriors will come on. And then Bennett got about a 3 or 4 minute rest that time for the Warriors. Stayed out of the entire offensive series that time. And will now come on to punt the football.
Well, Harrison,
it's the kicker and over, and Phillips was chased it down at the 8 and got brought down by Kevin Bissell at the 5. Boy, great punt coverage that time, and again Phillips an over the shoulder catch inside the 10, caught it at the 8, and Bissell for dear life and dropped him back at about the 5-yard line. But the forward motion will spot the ball at the 7. Well, now the officials time out here for a water break with 4 minutes and 42 seconds play here in the third quarter. The Warriors up by 16, 28-12.
Oh, nice coverage that time by Bissell. Went down and stuck right on the Memphis. The guy tried to make an inside move and get outside of him, but Bissell's lone purpose down there is containment, and he stuck right on the tackle. Got Jefferson.
They also open up at home. They'll take on the Rockets of Toledo. So he had a full all 11 ball games will be coming your way each and every Saturday beginning next week. And when there's not a conflict with IU, we'll have Notre Dame football for you as well. And every Tuesday night during the season, the Lou Holtz talk, and every Wednesday night during the football season, Bill Mallory show, and high school football every Friday night.
Man,
from here on out.
A lot of football.
A lot of football. So with 4 minutes and 42 seconds left to play here in the third quarter, the Red Devils with the ball at own 3-yard line. Actually out at the 7-yard line. Fritz to the wide side of the field. Bixler underneath. Long count. Hands off, and it is that Lewis. Bobby Lewis got out to about the 9. Pickup of 2 tough yards. Hathaway, the last one to get up for the Warriors defensively.
Yeah, he played a nice game in there. He's awfully tired and see it from here, but he still worked hard inside.
Judge throws the flag up, and that'll cost them half the distance from the 9. Go back to about the 4.5. And it's going to be second down, about 13 or 14 to go for the Red Devils. Make no mistake, the Warriors have done an outstanding job offensively tonight, but the Red Devils have been very gracious as well.
They have caused themselves a lot of heartache tonight. Jeffersonville, that is.
Second down. To go from their own 3-yard line. Here's Bickford pitching out to Boatwright. Boatwright to the 5 to the 10, close to the 15 and across the 5-yard line.
I think that's Phillips.
Or is that Phillips?
Yeah, he's quick. I can tell by the way he runs, man.
That's Keith Phillips.
Well, he can get there and go.
And brought down by Sean Bennett in the secondary. But Phillips brings the ball out to the 15-yard line and about 2 yards short of his first down.
Same play has had a lot of success on. Split the backfield, wants to tie it in and pitch it. Quick pitch it out to the side. Now a big third down play for both teams here, Dan.
All right, ball to 16. They will need to get out to just over the 18.
He's going to run the same play. There it is.
All right, Phillips inside, and this time he's going to be stacked up at the back, even drop back at about the 14-yard line.
Well, instead of inside, they tried to go inside off tackle. and Harrison smelled it out all the way. And here comes the punt team for Jefferson.
All right, so the first of the night that Phillips has been held to negative yardage. 5 carries, 83, still not a bad average, but now Marty Nolan is going to be standing at his own goal line to receive the snap from the center. Lander back deep. They're standing at the Warrior, the Red Devil 43-yard line. This was already blocked the punt. Here the Red Devils coming, or rather the Warriors come. Punt gets away, and Bennett calls fair catch at the 42-yard line. So the Warriors with excellent field position at the Red Devil 42-yard line.
Got a 34-yard punt.
And with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the third, Harrison on top 28-12, and they own the football.
Well, they actually get the ball back then just about where they punted it from just 3 plays ago. So that's just kind of an exchange that Harrison will take.
Harrison with the only touchdown so far in the second half. Then at 21-12 at the break. It's 28-12 now. And Lamar and Kendall Wilson in the backfield. Here's misdirection. Lander plays and fake. Looking. Well, FTP has got Stewart out there. Going to be caught to the 1-yard line. He had to wait for that ball to get there, or that would have been another long touchdown strike to Lander to Stewart.
No question about it. That was a great play. And Craig Stewart did a great job of being down there, being patient, came back, got the football. Harrison's now knocking on the door one more time. But if that ball would have been delivered on the money, Dan, you're exactly right. That would have been 6.
Lander tonight, Scott, is 6 out of 7 for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Well, it doesn't get much better than that, really.
That ball is just outside the goal line, and the Warriors, with 12 seconds left to go in the third quarter, looking to extend an already 16-point advantage. Full house in the backfield. Lander to hand off. It is Wilson, and he gets to the goal line and pushed back. He did not get in.
Down inside the 1. You might just quarterback sneak it in there now. I don't know.
Lander hasn't carried the ball all night.
Well, you got 3 more cracks out there.
Yeah. And the ball, and Nels is just outside the goal line.
It couldn't be any closer without being 6, I don't think.
Hanley had to stop for the Red Devils along with Jason Tate on that last play.
They're going to be in there, I can promise you that.
All right, here's Lander underneath. Hands off, it is Wilson again, and this time Wilson finds the end zone. So Kendall Wilson goes over from the 166 yards. That is his 12. With at 35 left to play here in the third quarter. And again, Stewart will come on.
Well, it's kind of entertaining watching these points. Yeah. Pretty exciting back into it.
And an extra point attempt blocked tonight. One with 11 yards, or with 20 yards. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and this one a little bit more straight in through the upright. It's now 20 on the 35-12. Harrison on top by 23 points. 35-12. We'll take a 30-second break and return. This is Evansville High School football on WWOK.
In any kind of weather, it's hard to stop a train from Schmidt Roof and Air Conditioning. With your purchase of a Train air conditioner or gas furnace. Also, when you buy a Train XL 1200 with a SEER of 12 or above, or a high-efficient Train XL 90, you can qualify for an energy savings payback from Siggyco. For details, call Scotter Refrigeration and Air Conditioning for all temperatures. 200 South Government, 424-5878.
Back at Enlow Field, Dan Agusti along with Scott Marsh. Minute 35 left to play here in the third quarter. 5-12 is our score. Harrison out in front of the Red Devils. Yes, led at one time 6 and outscored 35-6 since that time. And Craig Stewart will kick it off. Keith Phillips and O'Neill Phillips back deep for Jeffersonville. Here's the kick. The short kick will come to Keith Phillips. He will let it hit the ground. He picks it up at the 10 to the 15 to the 6. Phillips the 25 and up to the 30-yard line. It's brought down there. Return of 19 for Keith Phillips. And down there on the kick team for the Warriors is David Oprah.
Yeah, he's been a couple of times on special teams, Dan.
All right, so the Red Devils now with the ball again. This time down by 23. And time starts to become a factor now for the Red Devils, unless a couple of quick scores with just over 10 minutes left to go in this one, and they have not proven, at least here in the second half, that they can stop the Warriors. And now here all the time out because they did not have enough men out there.
Everybody's sitting here, and Keith Lander both are sitting here on the bench.
Right before half, 14-12, with just over 4 minutes to go, or 5. To go in the third. Here's Sixlet back to pass. Looking deep. Got Lamp out there. Pass to be batted and incomplete. Back there defensively was Kendall Wilson. He was batting Lamp. And the tip drill almost in favor of Kendall Wilson that time. He almost came up with the intercept.
So the ball was underthrown to the inside, and a lot of times the offensive man has the advantage there. The receiver Lamp went to get the ball. Kendall Wilson was lucky to really get it in, turned around, and then he tipped it up in the air and almost had a chance on the second time to come down with that. You know, Jefferson put it up in the air in the fourth quarter.
It's second down and 10 from their own 20. Bixler's had a tough night tonight. 2 out of 10 for 19 yards. Handoff inside to Lewis. Lewis with a big hole trying to get by Bennett. Sean Bennett there again to run him out of bounds. Bennett was the last man between Lewis to the end, and Sean Bennett got his arms around Lewis and wrestled him out of bounds. Was picked up about 16 yards, however.
Well, Bennett did a nice job of using the sideline to his advantage and kind of pinned in Lewis, because Lewis is a tough runner, and you don't want to get him one-on-one on the open field, so you take it on Sean used the sideline to help him out.
Right, 8 carries, 68 yards. Bobby Lewis here tonight.
Well, Jeffersonville's got a load of backs. They just have made some mistakes tonight.
I'll tell you who hasn't carried the ball the entire second half is Boatwright.
Yeah.
Here he comes. Now he's got one. Flag thrown, and Boatwright be dropped in the backfield, and coming up to make the stop, it is Elliott.
I think or Timberline.
Or is it Timberline? All right.
Made a real nice play. I think it's going to be a crackback block of some sort of flip on Jeff. It is at the 15-yarder. Otherwise, Harrison would not probably take that.
All right, they will accept it. They'll back him up. They could first about 25 to go. Discussing it right now with Marshawn Merriweather is referee Bob Davis. And from the spot of the foul, which is about the line of scrimmage, Bach was continuing to wind down.
Harrison doing this, Dan, right now with 2 of their better defensive players on the bench. That's Hathaway and Lamar. Trying them a little breather to have them as fresh as possible for fourth quarter.
All right, so we'll see if they put time back out on the clock. And they are going to. A few more seconds on the clock as they continue to wind down after the timeout was before the penalty. Ball has already moved back to the 31-yard line. And we'll see how much put back out on the clock.
I think he said
40 seconds, so about 21 seconds ran off the clock while they were discussing the absence of Marshawn Merriweather. And one of the officials down there noticed the clock running and called timeout, and going to move it all the way back to 40 seconds. 35-12 is our score. Harrison out is running Jeffersonville. 46 left to go here in our third quarter.
This will give those guys another little breather in there. I think we're going to get done before 30 tonight, Dan.
Well, they started at 7, so...
It's still working on a 2.5-hour game, though, isn't it?
Well, here's figure if Harrison hits the ball, they'll just work on that clock, but Jeffersonville will probably have about 9 or 10 guys up to the line of scrimmage during landed a pass. But I tell you what, Keith, every time he's had that play-action fake, has done an incredible job at. His wife has been able to come at the ball each and every time except for one. All right, first and 25. Now here's Dixler back to throw. We'll air it out to Hanley. Ball going to be intercepted by Lander. Lander at the 40. Lander at the 30 and brought down there. And that ball was well underthrown, and Lander just back there playing center field. It was intended for Hanley, but it was about 6 or 7 yards underthrown. Lander returned the ball 12 yards for the Warriors, and they will have it first and 10 at the Jeffersonville 31-yard line. A very poor pass by Dixler.
Yeah, real bad throw underneath. Hanley really had a couple of steps on his man, but Keith Lander stayed back in her field, went over, made the interception, and was just one tackle away, really, from going all the way there, Dan.
All right, again, the Warriors do not have to run a playoff here. We'll see if they do. With 8 seconds left to go, Lander taking a look at the clock, and I think they're going to be content with letting the clock run out here. Let's see. 3, 2, they do get it off, and it's Kendall Wilson. Wilson to the 25, Wilson down to about the 22-yard, and the third quarter is over. 3 are in the book here at Enlow Field. The Warriors lead 35-12 with our fourth quarter. After this 30-second out, this is Evansville High School football on WWOK.
What do you think of the line?
12 more minutes left. And the Warrior offense on the field. Landry will send Bennett wide to the far side. Bennett set out the last offensive set. And Craig Stewart will come wide to this near side. And Dale Wilson are in the backfield. They're lined up in the behind Keith Landry. Landry inside to Lamar. Lamar will get that inside the 20 and fall forward down to about the 19-yard line. Hanley and Neal and Martin, Caskey all there for the Red Devils. And Chad Lamar got
Just barely. He didn't get a hold out there, but he pushed the line forward.
Ball at the 20-yard line of Jeffersonville. Stewart wide to the far side. Backs again in the eye. Wilson Lamar behind Landry. This direction gives the ball off to Bennett. Bennett at the 20, Bennett at the 15, the 5 and a bounds and about the 2. James Harris saving the touchdown for the moment. That's the third time that Bennett has run that end-around play. First time it's up 8 yards. The second time not so successful for a -2 yards. And now this time he gets 18.
Well, that time he really tried to put his head down, and the defensive man had the angle on him and forced him out of bounds just about the 3-yard line, or 2.5, 3-yard line.
So it'll be first and goal now for the Warriors, and another touchdown here, and this may be about all she wrote.
Yeah.
Put the Warriors up by 30 here in the fourth quarter. All right, here's Lander underneath, back to the eye, and off to Lamar. Lamar in the end zone for the touchdown. So Chad Lamar's over from the 3, and the Warriors now leading 40-12 with 11:27 left to play. Lamar's first touchdown. Wilson has got 3. Lander has thrown for 2. Lamar's first touchdown, I should say, second the ball game. He caught the touchdown pass from Lander back in the first quarter. So Craig Stewart will come on to attempt the extra point. Coming into the stadium tonight, and Harrison had a tailgate party out in the parking lot, a fundraiser for the football team. Behind that and talking to some of the parents before the ball game, talking about this Jeffersonville team and how they thought it might be a little bit stronger than last year's team. Here's Stewart takes the point. It goes through. So he gets them in the line.
Harrison not have been set. No, in offside.
Offside against the Red Devils. The Warriors feel well. They had the 1 5-yard delay of game penalty, but that's been it. Good is good. They can decline it. Coach Marsh telling them to decline.
They stopped the play.
They stopped the play.
I guess he made contact. They stopped.
No, they will decline it.
But you can still kick it. You can decline it and kick it from the same spot.
Yeah. That's exactly what they're going to do. This point, it probably doesn't make much difference. Stewart's extra point is up, and this point is good anyway. 42-12 to score. Harrison by 30, 11:27 left. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back. This is Evansville High School football on WW.
In any kind of weather, it's hard to stop a train from Schmidt Refrigeration and Air Conditioning. From September 13th through November 26th, receive an extended parts and labor warranty with your purchase of a Train air conditioner or gas furnace. Also, when you buy a Train XL 1200 with a SEER of 12 or above or a high-efficient Train XL 90, you can qualify for an energy savings payback from Siggyco. For details, call Scott or Randy at Refrigeration and Air Conditioning for all temperatures. 200 South Governor, 44587.
Affordable insurance is at James L. Will Insurance Agency.
We're beside you when you need us. Lend a helping hand with affordable protection, just the way you had it planned. We insure your friends and neighbors, single folks and families too. Let us help protect your interests. Let us go to work for you.
You know, you've got so much...
35-yard line or whatever it was, and looked like it's going to be nice for him. The Red Devils with a long way to go now.
Yeah, you got to believe now, Dan, they're just going to drop back and try to get something quick. Use the gadget plays they've got in their offense. Look for the old hook and lateral or the flea flicker, whatever you want to call it. Anything. They got to get something on the board. Try to get something going their direction right now.
Down by 30. And Big Mud had a good night. 2 out of 11 for 19 yards. There's a handoff inside, and it's Robbie Lewis.
Oh, yeah. Rushing plays they want.
No question about that. That's playing right into Harrington. You got to believe Jeffersonville's got to start putting the thing up right now.
Under 11 minutes to go down the football game. We'd like to remind you that you are listening to Evansville High School football on WWOK Evansville. Dan Agursky and Scott Marsh live at Enlow Field. Handoff Bixler goes to Phillips. Phillips outside, and he's going to get close to the first down up at 38-yard line. Merriweather and Lander over there, along with Kendall Wilson.
Well, I tell you what, that Phillips is a sophomore, Dan. He's been for a couple of years, and he is going to be tough.
He picked up 6 kicks and 91 yards for sophomore Steve Phillips tonight. I mean, both right, the one carry here in the second half. And he had 62 yards and a half. Maybe he's hurt. I'm not sure. Here's his draw to backfield, and it's going to be Lewis. Not really a draw, but a delay.
Well, actually, that was Boatwright came around from that wingback position. Two tight ends right now with a wingback. Boatwright came from the inside, from the outside and up in the middle. It's a weird formation. I haven't seen him run it tonight.
All right, so Boatwright's second carry here in the second half.
Jeffersonville may be content to get this thing over with. They're keeping the ball on the ground. Here's the same formation.
Well, the Warriors, though, it's kind of a prevent defense. Here is Phillips. Phillips try to get outside. Duke and will get the ball up 45-yard line to about the 47. He will have his first down. He'll need to get 2, and he picked up 5.
Now at 100 yards, Evans carries 96 yards.
Marshawn Merriweather made the stop for the Red Devils. But the clock continues to wind down. 9.5 minutes left to go in this one. Dan Lamar, ball game.
Now to the Warriors.
Here's Boatwright to midfield in the Harrison territory to 45 to 41-yard line. He will get about 11. Landed there to make the stop for the Warriors along that 11-yard pickup for Boatwright. 11 carries for Aaron tonight for 80 yards, and he will limp off the football field right now. And then he's told on him to come back in.
Sometimes coaches, hey, we don't have anybody to replace you. Get your butt back in there. I think they're going to get it fixed now.
All right, Boatwright got about 4 in the play. Second down and 6 to go.
Like I said, Dan, I guess Jeffersonville really is just content to grind this thing out and try to see if they can get another score, but not really get back in the ball game.
All right, here was play action, drops it off, and happened to be incomplete. Intended out there for Robbie Lewis. He had a little bit of room, and Bixler, that time probably his fault.
Now, that time Lewis really should have had the football. It was a good pass, well-timed play, but Lewis just did not catch the pass. Bixler took a pretty good shot from Jeremy Red there after he delivered the football.
Yeah, sometimes you get in this situation. Fourth quarter, the opening ball game, you're down by 30 with about 8 minutes to go, and you think, well, we need to work on this or work on that and try to make this retype.
Yeah, you got to try to get something positive. I'm sure if you're Jeffersonville, they'd like to do something in this fourth quarter that they can build on for next week.
Running attack has been pretty successful tonight. It's been their pass. It's given them the problem, of course, in the role mistakes, penalties, and fumbles. Here is Lewis. Barreling his way down close to the 30-yard line. He'll have enough for a red. He picks up about 10. And Lewis, 10 carries, 81 yards here in the ball game. This will make the stop for the Warriors. They move the chains. They stop the clock momentarily. We're down now to 8 minutes left to play.
A lot of tired football players in the field right now, Dan. Namely on the Harrison side, these guys who went both ways tonight.
A couple of 5A schools. Met twice last year.
Both got votes in the preseason poll.
Yep. Now Bixler's going to have to take a third time out as the backs were not set in the right formation. And he turned around, and that would be the final timeout for the Devils. Well, I guess, your first ball game, but I mean, they've been practicing now for 3 weeks, and
Jamboree last. They've made some mistakes I know they're going to upset about on the bus ride home. That's going to be a long bus ride because not only they're going to lose the ball game, but really they're going to do some things that really upset the coaching staff, and that's penalties, turnovers, and not the right players on the field. And you go over things all throughout the week, and you know who's on what team. And we don't show up out there when you're flipping through. That's really frustrating.
And some of these Jeffersonville coming over on a chartered bus, and some of those buses are ECRs, and they may be watching the Tampa football game on the way back home tonight.
Yeah, as much as they might not want to.
So they are out there, and that's the third and final timeout for the Red Devils. They will not be able to stop the clock anymore. 7 minutes and 37 seconds left to play in this one, and very seriously, if Harrison used any of their 2 remaining timeouts, unless, of course, they get out there and don't have the right personnel or not enough. The timeout that Harrison was forced to use in the second half, they only had 9 players out there for a deep flight. The time is over, and the Red Devils ready to line up here. It's first down and 10 for Jeffersonville at the Harrison 32-yard line. And a couple of new backs in there right now. And one of them has the ball. He fumbles it, and he's got it. Harrison says they do. The fumble coughed up by Les Pinkston, just a sophomore. First time he carried the ball, and he puts it on. None of the Warriors come up with it. And
Ed Hathaway made the hit there to cause that fumble.
Turner, the Warrior, or the
With the ball, they will have it first and 10 at their own 30-yard line with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left to play.
I think this may be the last series you see the first teamers in. With 7 minutes to go, you go one more series with these guys, and then you can bring in the reserve.
All right, here is Lander. And handoff, and we'll just give it to fullback. And that is Lamar. He will get up to about the 34-yard line. I wonder why you're leading by 30 with 7 to go in the football game, why your starters would even be in there. But it's still early in the season, obviously the first week, and some of these players being in the shape that they want to be in mid-season, and with the heat and humidity, sure taking a chance of an injury, but you want to try to get him as much playing time.
You're going to see some clean gears start to roll in here now.
Yeah. Lamar got 2 on the carry, 3 on the carry, so it'll be down and 7 to go. He had 7 carries, 26 yards tonight, a touchdown on the ground, 1 through the year. And we're coming down to the midway point of this fourth quarter. Landon will hand off to Kendall Wilson. And Wilson will get the ball up over the 35 to about the 37-yard line. He'll be about 3 yards short of his first. Wilson, 18th, is 105 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight. Lander is 6 out of 7 for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. Third down, 5 to go now for the Warriors. The Red Devils with a lot of new players in there defensively. Say a lot, about 3 or 4. Here's the handoff. And a ball carrier is going to get the first down. That's Faber, who came in for Bennett the last time. They had the offensive unit on the field, and Faber picks up the first down. So Faber hits 7, and the Warriors move to 6. And we'll get 4 more downs to work on that clock with 5.5 minutes left to play, and the Red Devils out of timeout. Keith Brody coming out now for Jeffersonville, one of the captains. Stewart wide to this near side. Faber wide to the opposite side. Inside handoff, and Lamar up to about the 40-yard line. 45-yard line. Game's got 2 on the play. Jason Tate, defensive lead for the Red Devils, along with John Forsey to make the stop. Pick up 2.
Here comes Lander coming out of the game now, and A.J. Book going in to play quarterback.
Brooks to be the quarterback, and Lander will come out. Second down and 8 go. So, just the sophomore. That's the offense. Gets the snap. Hands it off. And Wilson going to be stopped. In fact, right about the limit. May have lost about a half a yard. And right now they're bringing in a new football every play.
Yeah, right now the ball's got to be soaking wet with all the perspiration on it. Lamar's going to come out now. I'm sure he's done for the night.
Lamar is out, Landry is out, running into the Warrior backfield now is going to be David Hildreth. And we've got a couple of players. Wilson is out of there now. Down to 3:44 left. Third down and 10 to go for the Warriors at their own 44-yard line. Inside handoff and a first down and ball carrier for the Warriors.
Ronald McNary.
Ronald McNary, a junior, picks up 11 yards and a first down.
Nice job, the offensive line still in there for Harrison to open up a big hole for Rollo, who just burst up the middle and picked up a first down.
Ball now at the 41-yard line of Jeffersonville.
With 12 at halftime. Here's McNary
Again is going to be sacked up after a short game.
John Dahmer now playing quarterback for Warriors.
Coming in for A.J. Bose. Dahmer, a senior.
Marsh getting everybody almost in this ball game. Down to 2.5 minutes left. Dahmer hands off inside McNary. Again, McNary with some open running room. Will have the first down to the 20-yard line. And he's going to pick up about 10 yards. So McNary has come in here. 3 carries for 38 yards. First down for the Warriors. Just over 2 minutes left to play. Here's Dahmer, hands off to McNary again. McNary at the 20 to the 15 and run out of bounds at about the 11 line. So a pickup of about 13 for McNary. James Harris finally ran him out of bounds.
Hit a whole new offensive front line for the Warriors, Dan.
All right, so the offensive unit for Harrison done. Try to get some of those plays.
Clay Cable at left tackle. Michael Vanguard. Those are the two I've gotten. I see Steve Williams at right tackle. Andy Owens.
Josh Brewer is the center. Here's McNary. Again, the ball down to about the 10-yard line. A pickup of about 2 for McNary.
Justin right guard.
Down to 1:35 left. McNary coming out.
He's done a good job in there.
53 yards and 5 carries. Arterberry now is in at fullback. Chris Arterberry. Hildreth is the I-back. Arterberry gets the ball, and he will get down to about the 10-yard line. Looking on that play.
And using the rotating quarterback theory of this stadium for running the plays into 2 backup quarterbacks.
Ball is at the 10, third down and 7 to go. Harrison, impressive tonight, beating Jeffersonville by 30, 42-12. Under a minute to play now. Here's Dahmer. Hands off. Arterberry again was trying to scrimmage and fighting his way down to about the yard line. Pickup of 2. And that could be the final play. Well,
now they got to run one
more. Get more here. They put the ball ready for play 20, and so they did not have to run another play if they don't want to. Stewart is still in the ball game. It's wide receiver. The back. That's the offense. We'll pitch it back. Down to the 10 to the 5, and the ball carrier. Hildreth, and the ball game is over. Harrison wins it 42-12 over Jeffersonville. An impressive performance by Coach Marsh and his Warriors over a very good Jeffersonville football team. It is well the final. We'll come back and recap this one for you. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break. This is Evansville High School on WWOK.